Ms Excited Utterance here. My name's Hella, and this is Suni, and you haven't seen her for a while. Okay, calm. All right, the reason you haven't seen her for a while is because she's nuts, and she's been growing. Look, look at her. Look how healthy she is. Okay, darling, look how fat she is. Look at her belly. Look at this belly. Oh my God. How? Yeah, basically, yeah. She sleeps next to her food bowl because then she can snack every time she wakes up. Are you going to be trouble? See, she's in the middle of having zoomies right now. She's a bit excited. It's nothing to do with being on stream. Clearly, she couldn't care less. But she did want to be in here. So, Seraph is here. He's sleeping. As he does. Isn't she beautiful, though? She's a really beautiful cat. And she can actually be quite cuddly, but not right now. But yeah, I did want to just show her because last time she came on screen, she was like that big. And now she's like that big. She eats and eats and eats. Like, you know those hungry hippos? You know that game, Hungry Hippos? She gets her jaw and go, oh yeah. I clip that. Yeah. Christine, what you doing on X? What you doing all the way over there? Come over here. It's nice to see you, Christine. Cassowary, everyone is a narcissist. I love you. You're hilarious. Hey, everybody, how are you? Yeah, she is beautiful. She's getting so big. Yeah. All right, what's everyone doing? Hey, Bob, how are you? And hey, Johnny Osprey. Oh, hang on. My mouse is running out of battery. Don't you whine. Don't you whine. I'm not you guys. And KLF is here. And what time is it in Aussie land? It's coffee time, which means you could buy me a coffee. That would be nice. That would be really nice of you. It's pinned to the top of chat. Really sweet of you, because you know I get up super duper early. It's 7 a.m. and it's summer in Queensland. In summer, it's already hot. It's already very hot. So, yeah. That'd be sweet. In fact, an iced coffee would be smarter right about now. You're here for the what? The gangbang? You might have come to the wrong place, Brendan, but thanks for turning up. World time, buddy says it's 7 a.m. Yes, it certainly is. Okay. And hello, TYO Toys. Phil, thank you for being on yesterday. Darlie and I were saying, Ilya and I were saying how awesome it was for you to be here and how much of a natural you are at streaming. And why has no one else asked you on before? Because you're awesome at this. We should have you on more often. In fact, speaking of T-Bone, where is he? I tried to let him in, but he didn't come in.
You have to change the thingy.
Oh, there.
Ow. Hey.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Ow.
You're frozen.
Ow. I'm frozen?
No, you're okay now.
Okay.
Yeah. Why are the boxes behind you, T-Bone?
Oh, sorry. I thought that was my cats.
No, it's fine. Look. Oh, what are you doing? What you doing? Sorry, what are the boxes for?
Oh, normally when we go into the regular mode, it is covered. Well, you remember a year ago when you kept getting all annoyed at me about assembling signs and all the noise it makes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been doing that for the last 2 weeks, and you haven't noticed. Haha.
I have noticed you doing something back there. I just assumed it was something I didn't want to know about.
That's fair. Oh, really? Jimmy Carter passed?
Aww.
Aw. was hoping he'd wait until Trump was president.
Oh, see, look, fatty fat. Oh, not you, T-Bone.
God. I even got a suit today and everything to look all nice, and now
You
you're
don't
just...
have a suit on. You got a polo
No,
shirt.
I don't have a suit on. I bought a suit today
Right.
at
See,
Goodwill.
you always think I'm making fun of you, but I was actually just making fun of the cat.
Okay, good.
Okay, so give me a break, right? Jesus Christ, just a whiner all the time. Former POTUS Jimmy Carter just passed at 100.
Yeah?
Wow. He would see, you know what? If you guys were still part of the Commonwealth, he would have gotten a letter from the king. But no.
Well, he got one from the president when he was 80.
Well, congrats. I mean, being 100 gets you a letter from the
I guess himself.
sovereign. Yeah. Hello, Moonvale. Good to see you, fellow Aussie in the house. All right, Moonvale was actually the very first person to buy me a coffee.
Aw.
There you go. How do you feel, everybody? You want to catch up now, don't you? Anyway, guys, today is the very last Hearsay for Days of the year, and it will not disappoint, I promise you. In fact, I was working so hard on it yesterday that I then fell asleep. Not just that, but also yesterday was ridiculously hot here. Oh my God. My daughter decided that she wanted to go skateboarding, and we took her out there in the afternoon, and the skateboarding surface, it was reflecting the sun, and it was just like, I can't handle it, and I got heat stroke. I was just like, ugh. It was horrible. It was horrible. But she's doing very good at her skateboarding though, gotta say. Yeah, pretty good. Okay, you paid what? $12 fucking for plain Wi-Fi, and I can't even stream this shit at 144. You have to pay for that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Well, it
crap.
depends on the plan and things like that, but usually, you
Yeah.
have to pay for Wi-Fi.
All right. And hey, Bifrons, how are you? Good to see you. Don't worry, I love you even though you're grey.
Aw.
It's fine. I understand. I'm sure you'll get a gifted membership at some point. We love gifted memberships around here, everybody. If you're feeling good about, being gifty, then give out the gifts. We love it. Hey, JC, the music man, it's good to see you too. All right, let's get into it. So the topics today, some of our favorite topics. Bryan Kohberger is the first one. Then we're going to talk about Mr. Luigi. It's the Luigi, eh? And then we're going to deal with some of the cope coming out of Indiana. There's been even more cope since last time we talked.
Of course.
And yeah, we're going to talk about all that. And we have Moonvale with the 5 Excited Utterance
Way
membership
to go.
straight out of the box. Thank you, Moonvale. That is so sweet of you, my Aussie friend. Awesome. Who did it get? Did Bifrons get one?
Let's see. Nemma, Star Winters, Amber E, Rosiho, and Toms.
Oh, you're just going to have to wait around, Bifrons. But thank you. Nem's got one. That's cool. Awesome. Alrighty, let's see. We are on. Let's get into it. Thank you so much, Moonvale. Really appreciate it. So great that where did we meet, Moonvale? We met in one of the Kohberger streams, I think, one of the other guys. Alrighty. Actually, it was on Jules True Crime, I think. Thank you so much. Cool. You already have one, Bifrons. No, you're grey, aren't you?
Don't say that.
Think you're
We
grey. Oh, sorry.
we love him however
we love
he
him
is.
anyway. We do love him however we
No matter your
Whatever.
sexual persuasion.
Yeah. All right, let's get into it. Sunday, 29th of December, everybody. It's actually the 30th here. You guys are so far behind. Alrighty, so let's start today with some rumors, but let me check my sources because some people don't check their sources very well. Coughing up. Okay, so this one has actually been going around for a few weeks now, and it won't go away. Jennifer Coffinduffer was one of the first ones to start spreading it about Kohberger, Mr. BK. Do you want to get your Jenny C from the block voice out? Mr. T-Bone, go for your life.
All right, hold on. Let me maximize this Spurgfest. All right.
Spurgfest.
Idaho 4. This is interesting. See body-worn camera footage below of me in the shower. Bryan Kohberger was one of 2 men listed as a suspect in a 10-10-21 incident that took place at 3:38 in the morning. Jose Cruz, a neighbor, was the other suspect. There were 4 girls living in the home. A man entered with a mask wielding a knife and attempted to attack one of the girls. As the masked man came at the woman, she kicked him and he fled like a coward. Could this have been Kohberger's first attempt at murdering a young college female student? Well, L.E. has likely determined Kohberger's whereabouts on this date and knows if he was in Pullman or Pennsylvania. Where was Kohberger?
Not a ning.
This is a niff.
You call that a niff? This is a niff.
Kohberger was not charged and did not meet the suspect's height description, like my Tinder dates, but eyewitness accounts under stress can be wrong. He wasn't 6 feet, so I didn't want to date him either. The suspect meets the height description of the assailant from the victims, and Cruz lied about his alibi. Ain't got no alibi. But Cruz's place was searched, and didn't yield evidence, apparently. Search. The defense could try to use this incident as exculpatory evidence unless Kohberger was in Pullman at the time. The case remains unsolved. Hat tip to Truth Crime fan. First with the Dismay Solera, and now with the insight to ask Plunder to seek a FOIA to get this BWC video.
The BWC video.
JC.
My God. Okay, so people in chat, you seem to know what this is about because this has been going on a few weeks now. This particular case, it happened, when was it? What's the date on it? Did she say? Oh yeah, 10-10-21, right? So it's a really similar MO to whoever did the Idaho 4 killings, right? It sounds like it could have been whoever did the Idaho 4 killings, right? It was in Pullman, Washington, which happens to be where Bryan Kohberger was living during the Idaho 4 killings, except for one really big thing. Bryan Kohberger wasn't living there yet in 10-10-21. He was living across the country in Pennsylvania. Right? Okay, so you know how I said check my sources? Let's check my sources. This Truth Crime fan person is probably about the least credible source that you could find on the whole internet. Just about the whole internet, and I'll show you why in a minute. All right, now this person here who I can't say or pronounce her username, except I'll be able to pronounce her handle, which is Titus Titanius, says this.
Like, Kohberger wasn't charged, meaning they did investigate and found he wasn't there, which would not be hard to do since he lived across the country at the time. Oh, she's making sense, so.
She's good.
Yeah, so I didn't mean to make fun of her then. You're also crediting Gigi for the dismissal letter, which he know was debunked.
Yeah. But, and Jojo there.
Like Grody, I can't wait for the YT pro-defense propaganda on this case too. Grody.
Yeah, well, we'll see. All right, so next. More comments. So, Joe,
Kohberger wasn't listed as a person of interest until 2023. The Idaho force lanes had already occurred. You'd have my full attention if he was listed prior. This is a nothing
Nothing
burger.
burger.
I see what he did there.
Very good. Very good. Okay, so how's Jennifer going to justify this now?
More wine. It makes it more interesting that he was added later as opposed to before it happened. Only because LE might have known if he was there or not.
What?
It makes it more interstating.
Interstating.
Okay,
Well,
I missed.
Interestingly, it was interstate. He was interstate in Pennsylvania.
Okay, I'm so glad I'm quitting drinking. Okay, I'm trying to decipher this drunken nonsense. It makes it more interstating that he was added later only because law enforcement might have known if he was there or not. Back when it happened, it would have been a needle in the haystack to suspect Kohberger.
It was
No,
a needle in a haystack. But, okay. Just to put this in perspective, everybody, the reason he was ever investigated at all, and by the way, he's not a suspect anymore at all, is because when he was arrested, of course they went and had a look at any other crimes that could have possibly been related,
Yeah.
and then back checked and
Yeah.
looked and saw, were there any? And there was one in in Pullman, which is where he was living. But then they went and said, okay, he wasn't even there at that time, and he was not even on the list anymore. Oh, the other important thing was the woman who actually survived said that the person that she saw with the mask and the knife in her apartment was 5'6". 5'6", right? That ain't Bryan Kohberger. So why is this even coming up now? Now this post here by Jennifer Coffinduffer is 2 weeks old. It has been in the news since, right? And I mean, it's been on Fox News. It's been.
I mean,
on
the
Fox
first I
TV.
saw it was like maybe right before Christmas when I sent you that article on Fox, and that was the first I saw of it.
One.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's everywhere
Jenny
now.
C's been on about it. She won't let it go. Okay, keep going.
Oh, never mind, Jenny. Forget my question. I realized you're crediting GG with this information, which is why it makes no sense. Lol, her. She deserves it. She discovered it and Plunder sought it. What?
Okay, so Plunder is another like true crime channel. I only just found out about it
Okay.
because of this, right? Plunder has 200,000 subscribers, something like that. And this is why I wanted to bring it up, because it's so important that these people who, like, you might not have even heard of, have so much influence, right? Then someone like Jennifer Coffinduffer picks up on it. She spreads it out there. This Gigi person who I'm about to tell you about, I've put her on this show before, but she has a lot of influence, even though she's crazy as fuck, right? And this all started like, what, 2 weeks ago? Court TV picked it up. Fox picked it up. It's spreading like wildfire. People really think that Bryan Kohberger might have been the person who did this crime in Washington 10/10/21, right? So therefore the Idaho 4 killings wasn't his first time. It's ridiculous, absolutely crazy. Anyway, yeah. So Sheila says,
Okay, sorry. Wait, what? If we're not sure if Burger King was in PA or Pullman at the time, how would we know what he was? How would he know that he was a suspect? I'm not understanding. I believe he was in Pullman. Lee knows.
Ellie, no, she believes he was in Pullman 10-10-21. How does she? Why does she believe that?
She must make a
Because she
ton on
wants
X
to.
revenue.
She does. She does. Queen's Speech, who I know on X actually. We hung out a little bit. She used to come into a chat. Says this.
Well, as long as you believe it, lol, you're a clown.
Yeah.
This is so irresponsible of you, Coffin Doffer, but I'm not shocked.
No, nor am I.
Yeah. Wow, thanks for sharing. I don't believe in coinky dinks, and this matches the Idaho crimes. I definitely feel it was his first attempt but failed. Wow, yes, because there's never been women living together who have had somebody break in with a knife before.
Yeah. So, and a lot of people are saying this is actually exculpatory for Bryan because if there's somebody else getting around who
Yeah,
has
that's what I
been
was
preying,
thinking.
yeah, who's been preying on college students in this way, masked with a knife, then who is it,
Yeah.
right? If it sounds like the person, why don't they go try and find that person?
And it can't be him because he wasn't
It's
there.
definitely not him. Yeah, he's got an alibi, right? Okay, so speaking about checking sources, I wanted to tell you about this woman because she's a nut job,
Yeah.
right? This woman is an absolute nut job. And so Titus Titanius is talking about this now.
Kohberger wasn't charged, meaning they did investigate and found that he wasn't there, which would not be hard to do since he lived across the country at the time. You're also crediting Giggy for the dismissal letter, which was debunked. Ethics down the drains.
What
Swirl,
ethics?
swirl, swirl.
I think I just found Bryan Kohberger near 1122 Kegel on Google Maps.
Kegel?
Okay, so I was
might
just going
just-
through different videos of
Can you
1122
hear that or
Kegel,
not?
just
Do I need to
re-looking
make
at
it
old stuff. Came across
Yes
this
or no?
one.
It's a
And I'm
little
just
low.
looking at everything in the background, and then I find
so
this
this
thing
chick,
way up
she
there.
gets
and I'm
on
like,
Google
what the crap
Maps,
is that?
Oh,
right?
I remember
It
this.
kind of looks like one of
Yeah,
those.
I'm gonna
things
fast forward it a bit
I mean,
because it's all
it looks like
stupid,
a-
right? But she gets on Google Maps. I'll go forward a bit.
And if you go ahead and go one direction, you cannot see it. But if you, so there's nothing there, right? Like that. Now watch freaking this. See how there's no one there?
Yeah,
Sorry
there's
to
no
this
one there.
person. I'm not stalking you. I was just thinking maybe this person stepped out of the woods at the right angle for the Google car. Because y'all, are y'all ready for this? Is this not? I'm still
about to
looking
get naked.
like, okay, he should be standing there. Look at this, y'all. Oh my God.
Oh my god, it even lets you scroll
Is
and
that
zoom
not
in.
Bryan Kohberger? Is this not him? Y'all, to whoever this is, if it ain't him, to me, I see Bryan Kohberger carrying black gloves. Do y'all?
Oh wait, no, that's just an old guy walking his dog picking up his shit. Sorry. That's probably like some guy's just about to clean up his dog shit. I'm sorry.
Is
Do you-
that Bryan Kohberger wearing black gloves, y'all?
Did BK go murdering with his dog?
So he's just walking around outside wearing black gloves, being caught on Google Maps. What?
Ugh.
What? Okay, so, alright, that is who we're talking about. That is who we're talking about, people.
Was she the one that found Richard Allen?
Oh, probably. Probably. She's friends with Kathy Shank.
Is she? Really?
No.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. Darren.
Hey, Taryn. You do not sound that bad. No, you don't. Okay. Miss B says,
Sorry. Ow. Hey, why are you spreading lies and misinformation? Fangirl.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So basically, anyone who sticks up for Bryan Kohberger, the defense, in any way in this gets called a fangirl, right? And Mercy Wright, who is a lawyer in Washington, actually, no, in Idaho, forgive me, Mercy Wright, has this to say about that.
The, like, y'all, the fangirl trope is so tiresome, constantly thrown at everyone who challenges the unrelenting, salacious narrative that surrounds the Idaho 4 case. It's a deflection tactic. Instead of addressing concerns raised, they resort to insults. The victims, their families, and Mr. Kohberger deserves a fair and just process. Spreading misinformation and harmful speculation undermines that. Sensationalism may bring in the coveted white money, but it doesn't serve justice.
AG, not much will get you banned around here, mate. Not much will get you banned. It's all good. Say what you want. You're good. Okay, and then Diane. Hey, Diane, how are you? If you're watching later, sometimes you turn up in chat. But she's all the way in Europe, so it's pretty... she keeps odd hours, though. She's often here, which is a really weird time. Diane says, that brings me to the idea of sending Bryan a New Year's card. Maybe one to Anne for his parents, too. Yes. And then Titus Titanius.
This is so typical. The only way you are allowed to follow a case is if you scream guilty, like Coffin Doffer in the bedroom, without bothering to analyze the evidence. The moment you don't blindly obey the status quo, you're obsessed in romanticizing a killer. Sighs.
Romanticizing.
Exactly.
We're getting to that. We're getting to that with Luigi.
Or Mark Jensen.
That's only you.
Hey, he's cute.
That's only you. Yeah, I know you think he's cute. And then Sydney, or Sid.
Okay, we're both entitled to our opinions. Oh, wait, Nick's right after this. Whoops.
Yes,
But
that's
after
next.
just looking at your account for 1 minute, it seems you romanticize and have an obsession with Kohberger. But that is very odd and harmful to the victims and their families. Nobody should romanticize a killer.
He's not a killer.
Unless
yet.
you're Dolly.
Unless you're not. Yeah. Yeah. In which case, go right ahead. That's your whole channel should be called Simping for Killers. Or just simping in general. Now I'm picturing JC yelling, I'll allow it.
Oh, God.
I'll allow it. What coffee lady? What coffee lady are you talking about? Does coffee lady even know
Coffin
what...
Doffer.
Oh.
DNA.
A deoxyribonucleic acid. I can't say it, but I do know what you're talking about. DNA.
Deoxyribonucleic acid.
Yes. Okay. I doubt it. Coffee lady. I've never heard her referred to as that.
What the nicest thing she's been referred to.
Indeed. Now you get to do Nick voice.
Okay. Aye. Why don't you want the evidence analyzed, eh? Aye. They're after my Swedish charms. Aye. What are you scared of if you are this convinced?
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much it's not that difficult. Okay, so now, you know how I told you that that story spread? Well, it spread. It went to Court TV, for
Yeah.
example. Now, I don't need to play you this whole thing, but what I am going to do is take you to the comments section because that's what this show's all about. So let's just have a little bit of a look at what happened on Court TV. And I'll take you... Actually, I'm going to take you straight over to YouTube. Hang on.
Murders of 4 University of Idaho students was previously investigated in a home invasion that happened a year before the college killings in Idaho. According to multiple reports on the investigation, police responded to the 2021 incident that was less than 10 miles from where those residents, those 4 Idaho students lived. Now, the woman and dad described a terrifying ordeal to police. Here's a listen to a portion of that body camera.
I have a couple questions for you.
Okay.
Where did you see this person?
I was asleep, and then I woke up
Okay.
and it was just me and Sadie home at the time, and we both lived down in the basement, and my door was closed. I heard my door open, and I looked over, and someone was wearing a ski mask and had a knife like this.
Oh, okay.
And so I, like, kicked the out of their stomach and screamed super loud, and they, like, flew back into my closet and then ran out my door and up the stairs.
Okay. And that's the last you know as they ran up the stairs?
Yeah, and then when they got home, this back door was wide open.
Okay. How long ago did this happen?
Maybe 15, 20 minutes at most.
Okay.
Okay, so what's
He was
that got to do with it?
investigated and later cleared. But what we're asking is if this strange and eerily similar incident that happened just 10 miles away from where this quadruple murder happened could have tipped the scales in favor of Kohberger in his upcoming murder trial. Let's bring back in our panel to discuss. We have with us criminal defense attorney and former prosecutor
who
Jack
cares?
Rice.
Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? All right, so
His
hang on,
mother.
having a little bit of internet trouble here. Hang on a second.
Now for what's tipping the
Okay, so okay, it's all good now. I can see comments. All right, so let's just go down here because this is so interesting to me. How the comments section is actually big time in favor of Kohberger. And that is not what you'd expect in a Court TV comments section. Check this out. Look.
He was investigated after the Idaho 4 murders, and he wasn't there in 2021, year of our Lord.
Okay, now Jill's true crime is going to be obviously
Yeah.
in his space, but look at this.
Oh, come on, guys. He wasn't even the interest in the case. You literally wrote on your website that, I quote, the victim described the assailant as 5'3" to 5'5", while BK is 6 feet tall. Tinder date. At the time of the attack, Kohberger was not yet registered at the University of Washington, nor were there records of him visiting the area. This guy needs a fair trial, and you're not helping him at all.
What's that? And there's more.
Next thing you'll be seeing a man in 1984 with a knife and mask in LA with a pentagram on his hand could have been BK.
And like it goes on. Fake news. Shame on Court TV. You are better than this.
You are fake news.
Report is the alleged person is short. Bryan is tall. This was already proven false. Bryan was not in the state then. Look at it. It just goes on and on. That's not him. Why are you reporting this? This is good for the defense team. It's not just a couple of comments. It's like 90% of the comments.
Yeah.
Too bad this is impossible because he only lived there since that July. Good try though. Do better, LMAO. This is true crime content equivalent of dumpster diving. Wow. Like, this warms my heart that people are actually going against the mainstream narrative and really calling out people like Court TV for pushing agendas like this, which are just bullshit. It's just absolute bullshit. But good on them. Like, people are really waking up to this kind of propaganda that's going out there. So cool. Like, it makes me really happy to see what people are doing. So good. Show this time instead. Let's go back. All right. And yeah, this guy down here. Do you want to read that one?
Y'all, I hope he sues. He wasn't even in WA yet. He got there in June of 2022. Y'all will see. This was rug related and multiple perp crime.
What's rug?
Oh, maybe it was like a rug salesman type thing. Oh.
I think he's trying to say drug.
Oh, I thought he sold like carpets or something. Okay, never mind.
Carpets. It's like, maybe he's talking. Maybe it's like a rug cartel.
Hey, Sleuthy.
Dear. Hey, Sleuthy, how's it going? Great live yesterday, Sleuthy. You saved a lot of people from having to click on the link.
Yeah, I haven't seen
So
it
you did
yet, but
yesterday. Yeah,
I was
actually,
glad.
I shared it to my community tab. Everybody, if you want to watch the interview with Ron Holman, go watch it over on Sleuthy's channel. I recommend doing that. Anyway, so now for some simping. Ready?
Hey, it is New York. It's possible.
How funny is that? Dear me. Look, most of the time I really don't like AI videos, like especially the ones on Instagram where food turns into pets. Really don't like those.
It reminds her of her childhood. I don't know.
That's true.
I don't know where I was going with that.
No. But that one was cool. That one's by Nerdy Addicts. Oops, hang on. Oops, go back. Yeah. So there he is, Nerdy Addict. Yeah. So, oh, KLF, if you go onto Instagram and you'll just if you just look at random reels, that you'll see some. It's disgusting, right? Like ice cream turning into pandas, sushi just running away. It's so bad.
Sushi turning into fish.
Like actually like coming to life and like
Yeah.
flopping around on a plate. It's awful. Yeah. I've stopped looking. It's so bad. Yeah, AI is cancer. Pets turned into food. Yeah. Hey, lovely Beth. Nice to have you here. Okay. Right. So, Nerdy Addict says,
Luigi Mangione has escaped custody. This is real and confirmed by a friend of Coffindoffer at the borough.
I love it. I am so here for the paying out on Coffin Duffer. All right. Kalili says,
Where is the part where Mayor Adams jumped in after him?
aha,
Actually, a good idea.
that would have been great.
That's a good idea. I
I
live.
live. Oh, you're right. Go.
Oh, I live for your posts about her stupidity. It's epic.
Epic.
Not funny or nerdy. Best I can do is block.
In fact, he must be a narcissist.
I know. My cousin works at the FBI and can confirm.
Yeah, she must have a cousin or a friend who can confirm, surely.
I'm loving the coffin hacker slander,
I'm
child.
so here for it. So here for it. All right, so this one, 22 Two Spoons Mency, did this one also. What's crazy is he's not getting to see any of this whilst in custody.
True.
That shit. He should be able to see it.
I know. Poor guy.
He really should. It sucks. He must have a fair idea what's going on, though. All right. So, okay, back to Jenny C. Back to Jenny C.
Oh.
Jenny on the block. All right. So,
Absolutely no reason for New York Mayor Eric Adams to be anywhere near Luigi Mangione. None. I am shocked Lee approved it. He isn't armed. He has no Lee authority. He could have been targeted / harmed if there was adversarial action taken. I guess we all know why he was there. ...
I hate it when she makes sense.
Is this a real
Don't
photo?
you? Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, which one?
The one on the left.
Yeah.
Okay. He was
Didn't
actually
you
there.
know, he was right behind him.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The whole time. It was right behind him. Someone to snipe. Like, they could have had a clear shot right at Mayor Adams. Anyway, what I was saying though, that I hate it when I agree with you.
I know.
Coffin Duffer. It really hurts. Like, that fucking hurts. I hate it. Damn
I mean,
it.
he is the mayor of the city, so I he kind of has some authority, but it's a stupid, stupid, stupid thing he's doing, inserting
He's-
himself.
He is the one who has decided to put himself in that spot. I would say that the cops would have gone, "Are you sure, sir?"
Yeah. It's like you've
Really?
got, people being lit on fire in the subways, snatch and grabs, homeless run amok, all kinds of unalivings.
You really want
Thefts.
to be there, sir?
So you're going to go ahead and make a token out of a guy with bushy eyebrows from a rich family who's Italian. He's who you're going to try to rehabilitate your image with. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, okay, good. Sure. All right. Okay, sir. That's fine.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton.
Yeah. But yeah, apparently he used to be a cop. So
Yeah, I think so.
he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he does have. Yeah, I thought he.
Yeah. So therefore, I know how to walk behind a perpetrator. Don't you tell me I don't know how to do it. I'm a tough guy. All right. So Anita says,
Entire production was so embarrassing and counterproductive. Worked in Luigi's favor. He's not Hannibal Lecter, but scene might as well have been straight from a movie set.
yeah.
Like, should be the McDonald's employee who ID him before the mayor, stealing the spotlight. Of course, this should just be a low-key Lee transfer, not a public showing.
Is that true, Brooklyn? The
Yeah.
mayor has Alex Spiro.
Yep.
Really?
I think taxpayer funded. I could be mistaken on that.
Alex Spiro is $2,000 an hour.
Yeah,
Okay.
kind of cheap. I thought it'd be
I
more.
would actually like to know about the charges against
Adams.
Adams. Yeah.
I don't know if
Or is
Spiro.
it, are the charges? Is it civil?
There is a bunch of civil stuff. That's what I thought Spiro was for. I don't believe he's been indicted. He's just being looked at criminally. Which is a whole
I'm
other
gonna have a look into that.
Talk to me about it. I have thoughts.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. And yeah, that image there is so. That's especially like with the orange. I love it.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of action film references, but there's more. There's more coming. There's more coming.
goody.
Wait. Oh goody. Okay, so this is too much. Luigi Mangione was just perp walked from a NYPD helicopter into Manhattan. That's a hell of a police presence. Even Mayor Eric Adams is there with him too, of course. And yeah, I just wanted to show over here that is kind of what happened to Jesus. It really is.
Count of federal murder through use of a firearm, a firearms offense as well for using a silencer and muffler in the alleged murder, as well as 2 stalking charges as well. His newly retained attorney, Karen Agnifilo, suggested that federal charges in this case would be overkill. I just want to note, you see New York City Mayor Eric Adams not far behind Mangione there. Again, a very large law enforcement presence. This was an incident that sparked worldwide attention as Mangione was able to get away soon after the murder, clearly in what was a calculated move, as well as investigators finding key details in the search for him. That book bag in Central Park full of Monopoly money, one interesting detail. I believe Bryn Gingras is still...
I didn't hear the word allegedly then at all. Okay. Right. Palmer says,
It's impressive. It almost looks like a religious procession. What we call a pardon?
okay.
Arrest of Luigi created and filmed for the benefit of government overlords.
Kind of. Yeah, so it's almost a little bit manufactured. Well, a bit, kind of, a lot manufactured. It didn't need to happen this way. And I've said it a few times now. I feel like this is happening. It's counterproductive to whatever Mayor Adams is trying to do. This isn't helping. Like, it's actually making more support for Luigi. It's not making it look like he's standing up for crime in his city.
No.
He's just making more people like Luigi.
You're encouraging this kind of behavior in the future.
It absolutely is. It absolutely is. It's a matter of time until someone does something similar. Okay, so
Yeah,
pop
well,
tings.
That's the exact thing that happened in Columbine.
Yeah.
It's when school shootings
How
started.
many times have they? Yeah, school shootings are just a regular thing
But,
now,
you know, it's not
unfortunately.
like we know their names or they've been kind of made famous.
Yeah, I mean, what's with Rex? I'd almost expect Rex to get this much because of his size and notoriety.
Nobody
yet nothing
loves
like this has
Rex.
happened to Rex. Yeah, Rex isn't hot.
I know. He's
Yeah.
just a misunderstood gentle giant.
Yes. Okay. So this one, pop tings.
Luigi Mangione reportedly celebrated as a hero within the prison walls. Inmates were captivated by his presence and extended him warm gestures. Rawr. His fellow inmates have shown support and even helped him get a glow up before extradition. Whoa. Oh my. Okay. I don't want to
Okay.
know what that means. The barbershop head had to go to him to make this happen. Whoa. Prisoners generally cannot get a haircut, let alone a fade, eyebrows, and a facial.
A facial? I don't want to
Okay.
know about a facial in prison.
Or a glow up, or a blow up, or.
The facial bothers me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, this photo of him, I gotta say, he looks really handsome in this photo. Like, come on. Like, that is a movie star photo.
The guy on the right, yeah.
Okay. So Karina has this meme. Fox News. I hope those prisoners kill Luigi. Meanwhile, Luigi in prison. Dear. Pat Lopez Carreri.
ABC Defense Fund, established by supporters of suspected CEO killer Luigi Mangione, tops 200K. Psh.
Really? Is that
Wait.
true?
Probably. Wade Wilson still beat that. So suck it,
Wade
Luigi.
Wilson had months. This dude's only been known for like 2 weeks.
Luigi had it in like a month.
Okay, give it time. Give it time. 200K? Really? Wow.
Like, who hasn't had a family member have healthcare claims denied?
I don't know. Who hasn't?
Everyone has, but
Have they?
yeah. Like, it will be damn near impossible to find a jury that will convict him. No one likes insurance companies because everyone has been screwed over by them.
Look, that's a tricky one.
Yeah.
That's a tricky one. I think. Look, I'm not an American. I can't talk about like how a jury would potentially nullify over this. Yeah, I think the facts speak for themselves. If he is the right guy, I think
Yeah.
the facts speak for themselves. You can't go around shooting people because you want to make a point.
That attitude.
But with that attitude, but I understand why people are like
Yeah.
happy that he's made the point, that people are talking about it. I get that. Makes sense. Hey, Young, how are you? Notice Luigi's fade tool. I was like, what? Oh, you're sick with a fever. That's no good. Hello, just another Aussie. I love having Aussies in chat. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Good to have you here. Warm gestures, meaning he gets some lube. Oh dear. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Oh dear. Look at this. In a world full of Elons, be a Luigi. What's wrong with Elon? I like Elon.
Yeah. He's hated because he's kind of conservative now, and
Oh, is it because he's conservative? Is that
Yeah.
what it's about? And this is a hammer and sickle that's here. Inhumans
course.
of capitalism. Okay. I just really appreciated the artwork. Like, look at him. Look at the look.
Fancy.
Like, that's a look right there in a world full of Elon's beer Louis. So is he okay, help me out with this. So would he be considered more of a progressive kind of idol?
Luigi or Elon?
Luigi.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's to go after healthcare is a very socialist type of position to take. Progressive, I guess.
But just a moment ago, we were saying that everybody would have had a healthcare plan denied. Everybody.
Even I have had issues with health insurance, but I don't condone going and, pew-pewing the CEO of the company.
Yeah, and you're a conservative, so, like, I don't understand how that... I just don't get, like, how that is, like, left or right. Just call me stupid, but...
Because it gets into universal health care, and there's a lot of reforms I think the U.S. healthcare can have that doesn't go into full-on universal healthcare, which will just create many more problems.
Yeah, see, I mean, I feel like regardless of whether it's a red government or a blue government, there needs to be reform,
Yeah.
right? Like, no matter what, as long as I have known Americans, they've always not liked their health care system. Regardless of whoever has been in government, you guys have always hated your healthcare system, right? So, and then people keep coming along and saying that no jury will convict him because everyone has had problems with their health care provider rejecting their claims and that the system's screwed.
No, I just think there'd
So-
be one or two sympathetic holdouts.
I don't think there'd be that many people besides like really hardcore, really hardcore sympathizers who would be for killing someone in the street over any cause,
Yeah.
really. Claude Simeon says, when I first heard they were making Luigi political, I thought it might be extreme libertarian somehow. Yeah. Though that was a gut reaction and I couldn't make the logic work. Yeah, see, I mean, it doesn't add up to me. Okay, so Luigi Mangione stuns in court. Let's look at this. Hang on.
All eyes on me. All eyes on me. Live the life of a thug nigga till the day I die. Live the life of...
He's hot. You can't say he's not hot. I mean, look at him.
The bald guy?
Oh, stop it.
Live the life of a thug nigga till the day I die.
Okay, it's sad how jealous you are, T-Bone.
No, I just have a thing for badges, so I don't know.
Right. Sleuthy. I think it would be
Yeah.
different for the jury if he had a story such as he had a young child who died after being denied coverage. I think that would garner more sympathy. Yeah, his story isn't that compelling that we've heard so
Yeah.
far anyway.
His
it?
villain arc isn't particularly captivating.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's villain arc.
Bruce Wayne had a story to get behind. This guy,
Yeah. Not smart.
it's kind of like if, Bruce Wayne had loving parents still and then went evil.
That's right. Oh dear. Okay, I need to do something now. It's very important. So, guys. Here in Australia, It's very early in the morning. Very, very early in the morning. And I have to get up and make my own coffee. I just wish I could afford to get some coffee. And I ask you, please, buy me a coffee. We have really nice coffee here that I could get from the shop if I could afford it. But I'm quite poor. So, pinned at the top of chat is a buy me a coffee link. And there, on your screen, is a barcode. Please give generously to my Buy Me a Coffee app. Thank you. Right, that's it. Sorry. Come back.
I was just hovering over the cricket thing to play when you ended.
That's right. For just $2.79 a day, you can provide a cup of coffee to a number of privileged Australians. Too bad you spent all your money on healthcare. Oh my god, the amount of money we spend here on healthcare, but it's worth it. Like I spent a lot of money on healthcare, but I know it's looked after. Thank you, everybody. How do you like my grift game? I'm trying.
Yeah,
I'm trying really
you're getting
hard.
there.
I'm really trying hard. I need to pick my grift game up in 2025. I really do. 'Cause I can't keep doing this. I'm so poor. Oh, I needed to throw on a cardigan with holes in it. That would have been good. Next time. I should have had my cat. My poor old cat. He's nearly 19. It was bigger than Sean Stoney's ad. Thank you.
High praise.
Sean Stoney's ads are very good. All right, now.
Better than.
Oh, okay. Now we're getting into the real simp stuff. So,
Oh, jeez.
Auntie here says,
Oh, it was so moist in that courtroom. I mean, muggy.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, this one's wet. And this one too. Also
Can you hear
wet. Huh. This one's dry, but the back of the seat in front of it is wet.
Okay, so I couldn't even start with looking at the responses to this, so we're gonna go here and look. Yeah, okay. How do I go back to regular men in real life after seeing this on my FYP days straight? Yeah, true, okay.
Oh.
He can't stop serving face. Yep. Okay.
Of course, they
Imagine
know
being-
his sign.
Yeah, imagine being this photogenic, never a bad angle. He's so fine. He's an absolute dream. He has such kissable lips.
Jesus.
Speaking of chairs, you look like a fun place to sit. Oh, God. So what happened in court today? Yeah, right. Like, what the fuck? How do you not have a bad angle? Does this guy ever take a bad photo? Sheesh. It bothers me how unbothered he looked. It's either he knows he is winning or he has lost hope. Oh, that's interesting. Something that's not about his looks. He's literally so beautiful. This photo is reminiscent of a painting in the Romantic era. Yup, he's handsome as fuck, and I'm a straight male bro.
X to doubt. Yeah, was that John saying that?
Yeah, right. Bro is always mogging. I don't know what mogging is. I assume
Taking a
it's...
picture that's good.
Okay. I'll fan him.
Wait, why was Michael Moore in that picture?
Is that Michael Moore?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, from like 2004. Dear Lord, woman.
Never you in Italy. I didn't know that. I'm sweating respectfully till the room turns brown. What does that mean?
I don't want to know.
He looks like the type of guy to say, "Look at me," while railing you. Oh dear. Oh God. Need to tickle his chin bad. His face is just so pretty, I want to sit on it. Those eyes are beautiful, but he could never love you. Oh my God. Okay, so yeah, I told you. I told you, didn't I, right? You didn't believe me. That was one of the less X-rated
Thank you.
threads. There are far worse ones.
Much appreciated.
Far worse ones. And I didn't make you read it out like last time.
Thank you very much.
Yep. Okay, now, Surviving the Survivor podcast, and that's that Joel guy, I think that's his name. He posted this article by a title called Radar, I think. And I think this is kind of poor form, actually. So, can you read out what they said?
Com predicted this on day one. I even emailed Dr. Ann Burgess about it. Let's see if it's actually true, why don't we? CEO killer Luigi Mangione secret gay life exposed, like I am right now.
Yeah. Okay. So apparently he's in the closet, right? So apparently Luigi was a gay man, or is a gay man, and hadn't come out to people, and this is been exposed by this Radar magazine or whatever it is, right? So in this day and age, I think everyone knows that you don't out people, right? So it's not a very nice thing to do, and it's irrelevant to the charges, correct? So, and it's not on his Facebook or anything like that. This is via some sources. R&M Productions, hey Ange, if you watch this, said, "Are you fucking insane, dude?" And Jen S says, "Who in the hell cares? Do you want to be Surviving the Survivor again?"
Me? Because if he couldn't come out or feel he couldn't, could have affected his mindset, frustration, anger. I know firsthand.
Yeah. Right, okay. So he was so frustrated and angry about not being able to come out that he went and shot a CEO. Right. Yep. Jen S again.
Maybe they didn't cover gay conversion therapy. Did you ever read the notes contained in his notebook?
And hey, Free Ricky Bay, how's it going?
And unfollowed on X and unsubbed on YouTube. Ticky-tacky, tasteless, and juvenile AF.
It is a bit. It is a bit. Like, there's other ways of covering this case than to share that shit, as far as I'm concerned.
Outing someone except sexual offenders is never okay. It is not an investigative journalism. It is just wrong and tasteless.
Yeah, but it's made a lot of gay men happy.
True.
Tell you that. Justin, no, you don't kill people either, but two wrongs don't make a right. That's always the way I look at it. It's always the way I look at it. So, that's just, whoops. That's just the way I like to think of things. All right. Okay, now, this is my favorite bit. So, Luigi Mangione's alibi. Seems that he's innocent, everybody, because he has an alibi. In fact, he's got lots of alibis. And thank you to Buru Berries and KLF for helping me with this part. Luigi Mangione's alibi, not guilty, case closed.
Hey, where's Luigi?
He's making pizza.
Where?
Right back there.
Luigi! Oh, thank God you're here, Luigi. Oh, thank God, Luigi's here. Not guilty.
Okay, so it turns out that there's a bit of like an internet trend happening at the moment. People are coming up with alibis for Luigi. Right, so Luigi Mangione gets a series of hilarious alibis in latest social media trend. Let's have a look. Series of hilarious alibis. It was great seeing my friend Luigi Mangione in Tulsa. 12/4/2024 between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. There he is. Mangione charged with murder. It was great seeing my friend Luigi. There he is in Tulsa. There he is. It was fun seeing my friend Luigi Mangione in Chicago, Illinois on December 4, 2024 between the hours of 4 a.m. and 12 p.m. Central Time. There he is. It was great seeing our friend Luigi Mangione at the park on 12/4/2024 between 6 a.m. and 20. There he is. Yeah, that's not convincing. Philadelphia, PA, all day on December 4th. I had a great time. Whoops. I had a great time with my very good friend, Luigi. He adds. Great time with my friend named Luigi Mangione and his family from December 3rd, Tuesday, to December 10th at 2024 at Taj Mahal. I remember him telling me how much he absolutely hates murdering CEOs and he'd never do that. Shout out to my boy Luigi for hanging with me and my cat between December 4th and December 8th. He taught us so much about how great capitalism and CEOs can be for society. Okay. Yeah, there's tons of them. Tons. And that one's like quite convincing, actually. It was so nice seeing my friend Luigi Mangione on December 4th. He was getting tattooed all day. What a champ. Alrighty. Thank you guys for helping me. So funny, so cute. Murder is funny, guys. Oh, Justin. Oh, Justin, you're such a grump. Such a grump. Grump, 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 grump. Grumpy bum. Okay. Ain't no notion in the ocean, everybody. So, back to the topic that makes me mad. Want to see hella grumpy? You could see me without my coffee. You could make up for that by buying me a coffee. It's pinned to the top of chat. Or we could start talking about this dude, Carter, and his gay mate, Holman, who would crawl across hot shards of glass for him.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, quite a gay way. Back to Glory Holman. All right, so the reason I've said ain't no notion in the ocean is thanks to Ange from RM Productions, because watch this. This is just nuts. She put this little piece together and I can't believe it.
Any notion of a cover-up? Any notion of us deciding the outcome of this? Any notion of any connection to anything else is not correct. It's not correct. And even the notion that there would be even the perception of a cover-up in regards to an investigation involving 4 little girls is not only unsubstantiated, but, ladies and gentlemen, it strikes me at the very core of who I am and the agency that I represent.
What? He said the same thing in 2017.
Wow.
Wow. find it. How nuts is that? Wow. Okay. So yeah, R&M Production says, ISP Superintendent Doug Carter has a problem. Accusations of Ellie incompetence, misconduct, and large-scale cover-up have permeated not just the Delphi investigation, but other unsolved multi-child homicide in Carroll County, led by the very same individuals. We aren't the liars. Yeah, I find it crazy that this guy has been spewing this shit for that long
Yeah.
and saying the same words over and over again. It strikes at the very core of my being. Just the notion of a cover-up, the notion, the very notion. Just like, well, if people are talking about a cover-up and have been talking about a cover-up for that long, and this is long before there was even Richard Allen involved, right? Surely, where there's smoke, there's fire, right?
Yeah.
You address it. You don't just like stomp down on it. You actually address it. That's the way to overcome these things, is to address it and go, okay, so what are your points? Let me be open about it and address those points. But no, you just say, tone down the rhetoric, people. Let's heal. It's just sickening. Okay, next. So, Sleuthy. Hey, Sleuthy in chat. How are you? Sleuthy says...
One of the highlights of my Christmas, before I get to see my kiddos open all his presents, is Vinnie Politan absolutely roasting Doug Carter to a crisp before taking a jab at her highness, Judge Fran Gould.
Hyenas.
Highness.
Awesome. All right, get ready for this. I told you we watched this the other day. We didn't get around to it. So, this is the Vinnie Politan moment, everybody.
It's into this most amazing place we call the United States of America.
I don't follow it completely, what he was saying, and I'll just briefly say, the solution to everything that he was pointing out is transparency. And the lack of transparency created all those things he was talking about. And there was no transparency in the state of Indiana through the investigation and through the trial. And he started off by saying, I wish you could be in the courtroom. Well, guess what? We could have been. We could have had our cameras in there and our microphones. We would have seen Richard Allen. We would have seen the witnesses. We would have heard the evidence. You want the narrative to change on social media? Let the people see the trial. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Everything you complained about gets fixed with transparency, which you all lacked, led by the judge.
Ooh. Now that's unusual, right? Yeah. Like, to even have Vinnie, like, remotely on the side of a defendant who's been convicted in any way, to be speaking out in opposition to a judge's order. That's unusual. Like, Court TV is considered mainstream. And, yeah, I find that to be quite powerful, really. Okay, so some of the comments about that one. Alrighty, because that was Sleuthy's post. Let's have a look. So, Luke, Curious Luke says,
That silly biatch though cranks on YouTube were his biggest problem.
yeah, thought pranks on YouTube were his biggest problem. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Get their ass, Vinnie. Oh, hey, Evie. How's it going? There's Evie.
Agreed, Vipper. None of us followed what he was saying. Seemed like a cry fest to me. No transparency or accountability.
No.
Dolly sure is
Dragged him.
handsome.
Dolly sure says. Oh dear. One day there'll be a thread about you.
One day.
One day. Maybe if you get taken to court.
That's true.
Drag him, Vinny. Then there's Teresa.
Wow. Too bad he couldn't have told his audience this stuff during the trail, though. Still, it's great to see finally.
I agree with that, actually. It would have been nice to hear this stuff from Vinny a little while ago. Because it's a little bit late now.
Yeah.
But still. Too late. Better late than never. True crime nut.
Good for Vinny. Vinny! I personally don't always agree with his take on things, but he's bang on with this, both the case and the judge.
Might just go down here. Skylar.
Like, I love it when Vinny really cooks people who deserve it. His rant against Lolly and Karen Reed with the flipped video was wonderful also.
That's true. He did actually. Okay, and that's interesting. In Karen Reed, he was quite pro-defense in Karen Reed when other people on Court TV were not. So I will give that to him. So maybe if I'm imagining like the Court TV boardroom, you've got Julie Grant, who's just a bitch, and Julie Grant, I suppose, would be the one who sits there and goes, "Okay, well, I'm gonna go right after defendants, and that will be the core of our audience. Will love that, right?" So she will take the heavy hand and be like, "They're all disgusting. They're all going to prison for the rest of their lives, and aren't they narcissists and all that kind of thing." So people like that. Don't know why, but they do. And then maybe Vinnie Politan is more the every now and again go with the uprising of people who see injustices, right? When there is a big audience for that. And maybe the Court TV production team have looked at it and gone, we're going to become irrelevant if we don't hone in on some of that audience. So who amongst our anchors can be the bastion of looking out for the rights of the citizens who may potentially have their rights infringed upon, I guess. It's I'm just so cynical on this. I feel like it's all a little bit contrived.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's real. I just don't know whether he really feels this way, or whether they just all sit around in a round table and go, "Okay, you get to play that part. You get to play that part. None of us really care.
Yeah.
It's just all acting." Julie Grant's soft but loud voice is amazing. You think? Dave is going to see this as a thread about Dali talk now. He can try, but I might not put it on here. Vinny seems like the most opinionated, or at least the one that hides them less. Maybe, and he does have his own channel in that. And when I say his own channel, I'm sure it's highly regulated. Yeah. Of course, a lot of it's for clicks and views. 99% of it is for clicks and views. Absolutely. So what was Vinny angry about? Well, he was saying he was angry about the fact that it wasn't televised, that the court proceedings were not televised, and so therefore there were too many questions left unanswered. That there should have been transparency, which, I mean, I think we all feel that way.
Yeah.
I don't think he was saying that Richard Allen was necessarily not guilty, but he's giving Bob Motta and Erica Morse a place to talk post sentencing, which is a big deal considering that he's been found guilty, right? So there'd be a lot of people who'd be like, well, why are you letting them speak in favor of a convicted child murderer? That's a big deal, right? Okay, so let's keep going. Yellow Jacket. Love Yellow Jacket. She's awesome. So Erica Morse, who we just referred to, investigator for Richard Allen's defense team. They are terrified that everything we know is about to come out, and by God, it will. Right, so this was fantastic. This lady came out, I think the day of the sentencing, when the gag order was lifted, and went on Bob Motta's show and on Court TV. Let's see what she had to say.
To do this again. Those families don't deserve to be put through this a second time. And it makes me sick as a victim's advocate that I had to keep my mouth shut every time I ran into Anna or Carrie or Becky or Mike. I wanted to say to them, I am so terribly sorry for your losses. I'm a victim's advocate. My best friend is the father of a murdered child. But you have been told that Rick did this, and he did not. He did not. I will stake my entire life, my freedom, which appears to also be on the line now, thanks Holman, and my entire career and reputation on Rick Allen's innocence. That is how much I believe in this man and how much of the evidence does not point to him. It points elsewhere. The FBI knew it. State police knew it. And that's why they pushed the FBI out. And that's why they have disparaged the defense team for 2 years. They are terrified that everything we know is about to come out. And by God, it is.
Wow. Okay, and yeah, she has, I believe there are charges against her now, thanks to Holman. She's scared for her safety because she started to speak out about these things. And it's just really worrying that the rhetoric, as Superintendent Carter was speaking of, if we continue with the rhetoric, which is talking about the other possibilities, talking about the supposed other suspects, or what he calls the lack of nexus. Clearly there's been nexus, but lack of nexus. If we continue to talk about these things, then people get charged, people feel like their safety is at risk, etc. So that's just not okay. It's just not okay. She posted a $600 bond, yeah, on this 12/17. Her charges are animal cruelty. What? See, this is the thing. I don't believe for a second that she's been cruel to animals. I think they'll just find anything. They'll find unrelated charges, just like they found unrelated charges to the 2 police officers who went against the narrative of the officials who were charging Richard Allen. So I'm very, very skeptical about that. Abandonment or neglect of vertebrate animals. Yeah, I mean, it sounds terrible, but I wouldn't put too much stock into that at first glance. Anyway, let's keep going. Okay, now something else. So, you know who Gray Hughes is? Sorry, Gray Hughes. Remember him? Remember Gray Hughes, right? So, for your daily dose of emotional abuse, go over to Gray Hughes' chat, because he will kick you out, or his mods will, if you so much as say, are you sure about that, Gray? Are you sure? That's all you got to say, pretty much. Like, you don't have to really say anything. I think I said to him something along the lines of, but wasn't the van known about for a while? Just something like that about the van. And I got absolutely hammered. Like, he was calling me names and brought my chat up on the screen and said, you know, that I don't know anything and he's guilty. This was before Rich Allen was found guilty, by the way. He was saying on screen, all these snowflakes who say innocent until proven guilty. This man's so guilty. Da, da, da. It was really scary. It was a scary place to be. And apparently, though, the victims' families really like Gray Hughes. Like, he's been very helpful to a point where Kelsey, Libby's sister, likes Gray Hughes so much that she gave her victim impact statement to him to read out. Now, also, the other two people you see on the screen, we have this lady, Trisha, who runs a channel called Web Sleuths. If I recall, this lady, she does a lot of sort of very sensational kind of shows. I remember that she had one show where the stepfather of Sebastian Rogers came on. Yeah. Yeah, if you remember that one. Yeah, so there was that. And I think you probably recognize Lauren there on the right from Hidden True Crime. Lauren was there in the courtroom for the whole of the Delphi trial, and she decided to go back for the sentencing. And she's been around there following people and getting friendly with the prosecution and getting interviews with them and the family and things like that. So she's best friends with Holman and Carter and all those kinds of people. So here she is chatting with Trisha, and I just found this little piece interesting.
But before we get to all of the victim's impact statement, Libby's sister, Kelsey, was unable to make it. And I found this very heartwarming that you told me that Kelsey gave her victim's impact statement to Gray Hughes. And so Gray Hughes has posted it on his channel. And I think that's wonderful because, you know, he's obviously has the support of the victims. He's done a lot of good work in the case. So that's great. That's great for Gray. And I apologize. This is my dog with a squeaky toy.
He's excited about what you just shared. So.
He is. And I've tried to take it away from him, but he goes nuts when I do. So I'll just wear him out here for a little bit. But anyway, while I find the link to your live stream today.
Yeah, there you go. So, look, I don't even know how to express how I feel about these people at the moment. Hidden True Crime, look, guys, they're doing really well, and I mean monetarily, with their support from their own subscribers and things out of their coverage of the Delphi case right now. And it's really tempting to go and watch the interviews that they're doing. Like they did an interview yesterday with Ron Holman. I'm sure a lot of you guys really want to see what he has to say. So Sleuthy yesterday did a live and showed it with her own commentary over it. I would recommend you watch that. YouTubers survive on views, especially big YouTubers. Little YouTubers like me, ad revenue is nothing. But for big YouTubers like Hidden True Crime, views, that makes a big difference, right? They get ad revenue from that. So if I'm just letting you know that if you decide to go and view those and you don't want to provide support to channels, then you are supporting them if you go view it there. It's up to you. It's completely up to you. But little channels like me and Dali, we survive on memberships and super chats. Big channels, views make a huge difference, a really huge difference. And this lady knows, this lady down here, she knows that even people who don't support her will want to watch these interviews that she's doing. It's clever. It's clever. There's Sleuthy Goosey's link there. And I've got it on my community tab as well. Sleuthy's live was good. It was good. It was great to see her doing that. So yeah, I'll also be doing some of the shorts and things that Hidden True Crime are doing. I'll be doing some sort of screen records and putting them onto the Discord and things like that. And every now and again, I'll do sort of reactions and things just like Sleuthy did. But yeah, I mean, or you can ignore them. You can ignore. There's no reason unless it's something like yesterday when it was Ron Holman and you really, like I particularly, and I know a lot of people who are interested in the case wanted to see how Ron Holman explained himself. It's hard to not want to see that. Yeah. Anyway, now Nick's here. Oh, hello, Nick. That's nice of you. 5 Excited Utterance memberships.
Thank you.
Hooray! Awesome. Thank you for that. Much appreciated. Just like I was just saying, small channels like us, the memberships are what make the difference. Support from members, gift for memberships, and super chats, and things like buying me a coffee. They really help. They really, really help. Ad revenue, you really need to be getting sort of, you know, upwards of 20, 50,000 views regularly for that to be part of your income, or a regular, like a big part of your income. And people like Hidden True Crime are getting that. They're getting that regularly. So yeah, fair enough, and good on them for being able to build up a channel to that level. But what they need to realize is that they are influencing people's opinions really strongly. Every word they say, every action that they take influences people's opinions. And that's a big responsibility to have. Sometimes I think that people who comment on these things and they have hundreds of thousands of people watching their videos don't really quite grasp the gravity of the fact that what they say is influencing people in the decisions they make day to day. And we're talking about potential jurors in other cases.
Yeah.
Yeah? And so, yeah, you go and you say things like, oh, I think he's guilty. He might be guilty. I haven't decided. And then, yeah, he's guilty. Just like that. Well, the level of certainty that you need to have to say that is quite high. It's actually right up here. And then you're influencing people to feel that they just can kind of be certain, a little bit certain, not really sure, and then go onto a jury and not take it very seriously. Thank you so much, Nick. Appreciate that. Okay, let's keep going. Hey, Amber E, how are you? Nice to see you here. Alrighty, let's keep going. On that, watch this here if you like.
I am saying goodbye to Indiana right now, taking off, headed home for Christmas. I just have to say one of the most interesting things about the sentencing, beyond the victim impact statements, was the fact that Judge Gull looked right at Richard Allen and said to him, you roll your eyes at me today, and you rolled your eyes throughout this entire trial. Well, the gallery sits behind Richard Allen, and Richard Allen is looking directly at the judge, so we can't see Richard Allen's face a lot of the trial. And so that was sort of a shocking thing for us to all hear, that he had been rolling his eyes throughout the entire trial. I did check with some people that were in the gallery to the side, and there was somebody that said, absolutely, I saw him roll his eyes. Judge Gull also mentioned that he had no remorse for what he did. Rest in peace, Abby and Libby.
Yeah, aren't she sweet? Yes, rest in peace, Abby and Libby. I agree with that part of what you said, Lauren. I actually put a comment into her comment section. I regret that now because comments also help
Yeah.
the algorithm. And I was like, I shouldn't have done that because it just stirred up more comments. And my comment was, how can one feel remorse or show remorse if they didn't do it? Right? That's not possible. You cannot show remorse. And it brought along some responses. She responded to me, Lauren did, and it went nowhere. She tried to convince me that if he weren't guilty, then also what was with the eye rolling and things, and I'm like,
Because he's
Lauren,
innocent.
Lauren, you said yourself that you didn't actually see it. So, also, you made a good point, Ilya, and that is that, sorry, Judge, putting that on the record. What's with that?
Yeah.
What's with putting on the record that he was rolling his eyes? Right? Nice. Really good. Really good. Like, body language. Is she Dr. G?
Yeah.
For God's sake, what's going on there? And look, yes, it is why you don't emote as a defendant, but you don't know what kind of facial tics and things somebody has. Also,
Especially on Haldol.
Yeah, he's been exposed to these drugs. He's apparently got these mental disorders going on. We even heard about him, his eyes rolling back in one of the videos, like actually physically rolling back in his head in one of these videos when he was in the solitary confinement. Who's to say that that doesn't happen regularly for him now? It could. But yeah, who knows? It would be interesting. Hey, Eman, yes, it would be interesting to see Lauren come for a debate with, like, Andrea, for example. Sean, I'd love to see that. I would love to see that. Sleuthy, I'd love to see that. Is it Therese, Criminality? I would just really like to see her debate with somebody who really knows the facts of this case. And I would not like it to become like a shouting fest or anything like that. Just talk through how this lady, Lauren, came to believe that Richard Allen was guilty. I would like to know that because I don't think that she's thought it through. I really don't. That would be TKO. I'd love to see her against Andrea, an actual lawyer who was also in the courtroom. Yeah. Or Bob. Yeah. That would be wonderful. It would be really good. And I think that she should agree to something like that because why not? Why not? Right now, this is kind of sad. Very sad, actually. And again, from Hidden True Crime. And this was sent to me by... Let me get my sources right. Sorry, guys, I like to give credit. My credit's due. Rachel, thank you, Rachel from Idaho. Yeah, so do you want to read that one out, Ilya?
Yeah, Richard Allen is officially back at the Westville Control Unit. It's a shame so many worked overtime to get Dr. Walla removed from working at Westville, considering she seemed to be one of the few who cared about him while he was there.
What? 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 Just what?
Jesus.
Oh, God. Yeah, okay. And R&M went and said, and she goes, "Are you fucking insane?" And Hidden True Crime blocked her and said, "I said what I said."
Wow.
Wow. Or was it the other way around when you can't reply to that? Hidden True Crime put a... Or was it R&M who blocked her? Because she put that screen cap up.
Yeah.
Whichever. Doesn't matter. Who cares? So I am so mad. That that he's back there. Just that he's back there.
Yeah.
And so quickly, right? Somebody else on X pointed out that he shouldn't... It actually takes longer than that generally to be processed into Westville Prison. But he got back in there, like, when was the sentencing? A week ago?
Yeah, like the
Week and a half ago?
21st, 22nd.
Yeah, nuts. She's delusional. Her husband, her husband probably convinced her that nothing happened to Rick in jail. Oh, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. Hey, CH, hot take. Lauren went in with many questions in Delphi, but it felt like she saw there were a number of defense-leaning law tubes reporting it, so it was more financially viable to fill the RA guilt side. I 100% see that as a possibility. CH, like, I'm a marketer, and you can probably tell, like, sometimes I see things from who's filling a gap in the market, like I was talking about with Court TV earlier, right? So for sure, people, especially when they're putting their whole income into YouTube or into their social media presence, they sit and they go, okay, so who's making money from this point of view? Who's making money from that point of view? Where are people who have this bias viewing things? And okay, so no one's filling up that gap. All right, well, we'll take that side. Easy. And yeah, you're right. No one was really, who was in the courtroom, there was no one really filling up the guilty side. Like Court TV would usually be doing it. All the mainstream people would usually be doing it, and there was no one there. So of course, that was brilliant. It was actually a really smart marketing move.
Yeah.
Really smart. Absolutely. Okay. So yeah, it was the 20th KLF. So that was 20th. We're not even in January yet. Andrea says, does anything scream insecurity about your case, like having to continue to sell it after sentencing? She's a woman of few words sometimes.
Yeah.
Right? Like, she hasn't said much since the end of the trial. But yeah, when the sentencing came up, she said this, and that's so true, right? Because that press conference was them selling it. They was continuing to sell it long after the guilty verdict. A month later, there they were, still selling it. Yeah? Right?
Yep.
Great tweet.
Tone down the rhetoric.
Tone down the rhetoric. I love that. I love that. This is why you're an Andrea Sim. You and about 100,000 other people. Yeah, it's true. The worst part was under mental health concern is marked no. Yes, on the admitting document to Westville. I saw that, yeah. So he's not a mental health concern, right? Really? Really? He's a mental health concern because of them. People have said that, Melissa Simmock. We're talking about Lauren now from from Hidden True Crime, that she was more open-minded until she reported the information from the courtroom back to her husband, forensic psychologist, I think he is. And he went and did some magic and analyzed him from afar, and came back and said, oh, no, he's not having a psychotic break. He's fine.
No.
And therefore, guilty. And CH is right on. It was a marketing ploy, I believe. Marketing ploy. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, everybody. This has been Lots of fun. We do this every Sunday afternoon, 4 p.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. That's why I need coffee. That's why I need coffee. So if you would like to give... Oh, hang on. I have some coffees. Do I? Let me see. Ariel! And Melissa! Why, thank you for buying me coffee. That's so sweet of you. Melissa says, you're awesome, Hella. Thank you for being you. Oh, that's so sweet. And Ariel became a supporter too. Oh, love ya. And you will fill up my cup with coffee. I shall go down to the coffee shop and I will think of you. Oh, that's so nice of you. Thank you so much. I should make Dali Griff for me. Well, I would if he was any good at it.
I suck at it.
Yeah, yes. And I was shocked the doctor didn't have any problem with the prison treatment. I think anyone who thinks that prison treatment was not barbaric is inhuman. There is something wrong. There's something seriously wrong with somebody who doesn't see a problem with that. Right? And even people who say, oh, it's terrible because he wasn't even convicted. I don't even care if you're convicted. No one should be treated like that. Treat someone like an animal like that. I don't care. I don't care what you did. We're all human beings. We are all human beings. Unbelievable. Yes, so make sure you're here every Sunday for this one. It's better live. It's better live, but it's also great for watching. Thank you to all the rewatch people. Become a member and join our Salacious Outrageous Discord community. If you are a member and you are not on our Discord, why not? It's a perk. Why not? And you can be a member of either my channel or Mr. Ilya Dali T-Bone Satchel. And you get the member perk. Just go to the member tab and click on the little link that takes you through to the Discord. And if you sync up your Google account with Discord, it'll automatically let you through. If you have any troubles, just tag a mod or one of us and we'll help you out. That's it, guys. It's the end of 2024.
Yep.
What the hell? It's the end of 2024. Actually, I'm pleased about that. 2024 has been kind of garbage.
Yeah. That's fair.
It's been a little bit tricky. 2025, I have hope. I have some hope.
There you go.
No matter how many times I rewatch you, can't answer my chats on replay. Oh, you can pretend. You can pretend, but I do prefer you being here. I do prefer you being here. Like it. Make sure you press the like on your way out. Yes, Nem. Appreciate that. And it's almost New Year's Eve. So tomorrow's New Year's Eve for me. It's 2 days away for you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have to get out my DJ equipment and dust it all off and all that kind of thing. So I think I'm DJing up till midnight on New Year's Eve. So it's pressure on me. Wow. Pressure on me. Goodness me. Yeah. So it's all on. Not sure if I'm streaming tomorrow. Depends how I go with my preparation for New Year's Eve. What about you, Mr. Ilya?
I may do something tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. I'm working on a few things right now I found last night. So I've got some exciting stuff that I think will be happening in the new year.
Yay! And I just want to say one more thing.
Yep.
Happy birthday, Half Irish! Happy Australian birthday to Half Irish! Oh yeah! Hang on, we need some music. Or is it? Or we need like something. Sorry.
See? It's loud.
I know. How about we do it this time? Yeah. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. Woo! Why was she born so beautiful? Why was she born at all? Because she had no say in it, no say in it at all. Do you guys have that song?
Nope.
No? Okay. Well, now you've heard it for the first time, just for Half Irish. Half Irish is a wonderful mod, a wonderful friend, and
Definitely.
she has been at every live just about on this channel since it started.
Pretty much, yeah.
Absolutely. And she's our 6-time winner of the trivia. Yeah, she's our grand champion. We love her, Half Irish. Absolutely. She's just great. So, yeah, you've never heard that? Really?
I don't think so.
Okay. Maybe it's just an Australian thing. Anyway, we love you, Half Irish. Happy birthday. Have a great day. And everybody get into the Discord and wish Half Irish a happy birthday. Did I interrupt you?
No, I was just going to say some stuff. Dolly is planning on going back to court next year for some in-person court coverage. And I was planning on going for the Lori Vallow trial. That's still on, but apparently there's going to be a few court cases next year in Arizona. So
woo-hoo!
I just discovered
Exciting.
another one next month.
What, you were just served?
No, not me yet. I have not been served yet. I thought he was getting taken to court. No. I'm not in Michigan.
Yeah, I was a bit worried there for a minute.
No,
I was
that's
like,
not me.
What did you do?
No.
Yo.
I didn't want to play Legos with another streamer.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, it was a whole thing.
That's a pretty normal thing.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was playing Legos. Oh, you play Legos with me? I want to play
You want to
Legos.
play
Yeah.
Legos with me?
No. Yeah.
I'm going to strike you.
Yeah.
All right, time for the song. Thanks everybody for being here. See you maybe tomorrow or the day after. Check your notifications. Make sure you've got the heavy bell on. Thank you everybody. Love you all. Happy nearly New Year. Time for the song.
Her name was Helen. She was an Aussie. She was a fake lawyer from the future. She got on YouTube and made some live streams. Her co-host is Dolly and she dances sometimes. The words are always so loud and because she's an 803.